gives me a great pleasure and honor to be with you today. First of all, allow me to thank the local as well as the central authorities of China for this wonderful and very important event. In fact, being a mayor, being Prime Minister advisor, and also being an academician in technology, I think I'm going to be trying to squeeze all of those three hats in those 10 minutes that I was given. And I wish that maybe next time I'll be speaking in Arabic, or maybe who knows, maybe I'll be speaking in Chinese. But I'm definitely sure that I need to put some effort into that. Starting with this, I'm so glad that in 2013, that was at the era of this new Belt and Road Initiative, we in Lebanon, we had the ambassador of China who speaks wonderful Arabic. He came to me as a mayor and said, Mayor, it's time to work. And I still remember he had that small piece of paper and a pencil he took from his pocket and said, it's time, let's put down the steps that we need to work on. Well, the point that I'm trying to drive to is the fact that the road and belt initiatives, they are not there just for publicity. They're not there, for the media, but in fact, they are much more into the work. Having said that, and going into my second hat as a Prime Minister, former Prime Minister advisor, I say that definitely we need that cooperation, and especially when we're talking about South-South countries. Moreover, and let me now get into my academic lecture or presentation well, I had my PhD in AI since 1991 from the States. And I know very well that AI and the emerging technologies are doing a great job for all nations, but we need to know how to tackle them. Let me start with my presentation, the academic part, and allow me for that. It won't be long. Okay, so I think this is going to be working fine. Let's hope that it's going to be working fine. Okay, there you go. Okay, in fact, to make it short, I'll be talking about the diverse landscape of wealth that we have in the road and the Silk Road and Belt countries. I'll be talking a bit about the AI, promoting economic cooperation, as well as emerging technologies. Then I'll go into the sustainable development and environmental considerations and the challenges that we face and concerns. And I'll give, just citing the 10 examples that we already have, and maybe we can learn from them. Well, this is the Arab word. As you can see, it is in the heart of the initiative, the Silk Road and Silk Belt. Well, the way I see it, the importance of the Arab countries, it's like, when you're having a diamond, a necklace of diamond, and you have that central bead, which is a big bead, is in the center of it. That's how I see the Arab countries playing a major role in the Silk Road and Belt initiative. So, well, we're talking about some cultural exchange. We're talking about the Silk Road. We're talking about almost 6,000 kilometers, web of networks of cities. We're talking about different trades, diplomacy and cooperation, and also, of course, we're talking about knowledge transfer among those countries. We have also, as we all know, hundreds of cities. We have many ethnicities. We have different races. We have different languages, different cultures. This, in fact, this melt of culture, this melt of knowledge, maybe we can all benefit from, and that's why, in fact, we are here today together. We are in the heart of the world, of course, and definitely we can all see that the Silk Road and Belt countries, they are playing a major role in the global politics, and I think not far away from us, the G20 and that corridor of economy, I think everybody understands the proper timing that they are doing it. We are here already, we have the initiative 10 years back in history. We are starting that initiative, and also We're not far away from the BRICS summit, and I think also there is a big message that we can see in the BRICS summit, where we have, so proudly, we have Saudi Arabia, we have UAE and other Arab countries joined already the BRICS countries. And I think this is what we really need for us as a global community, a balance between all nations. And of course, I'll be talking a bit very quickly about the geoeconomic and economic systems that we have. We have different geographies, we have different sources of benefits, we have different natural resources, but also we have different regimes of economy, we have different democracies, capitalism, and communism, and also we have the socialist regimes. All of those, in fact, they play a major role to make up this community of Silk Road and Belt. Okay, very quickly, when we talk about AI, and I've been on many interviews nowadays, it's a hot issue. So many people are talking about AI and have many interviews with the Sky News Arabia, for example, how AI is frightening everyone, despite of the fact is AI is our tool. We created this baby. So if we make sure that we treat this baby well and we bring him up well, it's going to be a good young man. Okay, market access and expansion is also supported by AI. Definitely trade facilitation between and breaking up the barriers. And allow me here to give a comment on the heading of the session, e-commerce. Allow me to say now we are at the age of digital platforms, which is a bit more advanced than the e-commerce. E-commerce maybe 10 years back, but now we're talking about digital platforms where we have everybody can use this digital platform and can communicate with the world. Very quickly, of course, the emerging technologies, they play a major role. An example, I'm not going to dwell onto that, and in fact, the reason why I put that much of wording here, not to read them for you, but in fact as a reference when we go back. So what we have here, we have the blockchain, we have Internet of Things, we have the 5G connectivity that connects the whole world together, and etc. Of course, we have the initiative already, it does exist, the initiative of Road and Belt, and I think we're going to be doing an amazing job with that. Examples of this, the sustainability, they're talking about environmental monitoring, renewable energy, smart cities, and a good example of that, Dubai Smart City, and also Nur Sultan, the smart cities. Can we learn from each other? Well, in fact, I think this is why we are all together here, to cooperate and to learn from each other. Very quickly, the challenges, yes, we do have some challenges. One of the major challenges is harmonizing. One of the major challenges is legislations, policy making. We need this. It's not for the sake of our people, but also for our communities and for the global human community. We have an issue of digital divide. You go from one country to another country. You need to complement this digital technology. You need to complement these resources that we have. Examples, very quick examples, flashes. Digital Silk Road Initiative, China's Digital Silk Road Initiative aims to promote digital technology among all of the countries. And this is across the border. This has nothing to do with the customs and with the border. It's across the border, on the platforms. Also, we have the smart border crossings. And we have examples for that, Kazakhstan with China. We have the blockchain and supply chain that is being applied in Uzbekistan, which means we have one source that is trusted for our supply chain, one source that is trusted for our agriculture. We know exactly how we trace it, and this will give confidence, and of course, it will give us more wealth and more economic interactions. Also, we have the digital payment and remittances, such as Pakistan is doing, Kazakhstan is doing the same. Also, this promotes the across-the-border exchange of trade, collaborative research and development that is going on between China and Russia on high level of AI and also on the level of aerospace. Cross-border e-commerce platforms, we all know them. I'm sure that the Arabs, they use maybe Alibaba and the AliExpress maybe much more than the Chinese, we never know. Very quickly, smart cities development, I will mention Dubai and also Kazakhstan, they are doing good job on this. Environmental monitoring, China is sharing with its neighbors the weather forecast and stuff like that, so that we all protect each other. And allow me to say a few words, our deepest condolences to the disaster that happened to our brothers and sisters in Morocco and in Libya. We all feel for them and we all pray for them, and we all hope that mercy will be bestowed upon their souls. Okay, we have the joint investment funds, China-Pakistan. We have the cross-border data sharing that's happening between several other countries. Concluding remarks, we are in the right time. With digital technology, with AI, all what we need is to get together. We are already together. All what we need is to sit, and we have, and I already met some gentlemen, distinguished guests from the think tank of China. I think we need to sit together and talk about legislations, talk about policies that will make digital technology work for us, not work on us. And also, we definitely will have enormous benefits from that. We need to establish intergovernmental committees to make that implementation an integrated and a complementary one. We need to, get out of the overlapping. We don't need to overlap. We need to complement each other, and this is required by the government and the higher authority. And of course, we are giving the role model example, the historical role model example, how different ethnicities, different cultures, different societies, different countries, different races, they can live in harmony together, and they can all flourish and have their sovereignties and enjoy their lives. At the end of my speech, let me say, yes, we are in the new era. We can see the new era. We can see the new opportunities, and the new future is bright for all of us. Thank you so much for your attendance.